Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins, where we have arrived at the Lair of the Mother. We have defeated a dragon conveniently within the place where dragons go to die, so luckily that dragon does not have to travel far from his resting place, which is not at all. Let us enter the Lair of the Mother, defeat the Mother. Hopefully my allies back in Vigil's Keep will still be alive when this is done. Let's find out. Crystals of the Imperium. All right. What kind of area are we looking at? Big and labyrinthian, or...
Sister. Sereni. Oh, thank Mythal, you're still alive.
Oh, hello.
What has the architect done to you? Why are you with him?
The architect is kind to me, and tender, and he has told me his plan. The Darkspawn are just like us. The architect has freed them, and they search for a place in this world, just like the Dalish are searching. Everything he's done to help his people. You can respect that, can't you, sister?
They're monsters.
That
They're
is no
not
longer true.
people.
Sereni, they killed our friends, and so many others. Don't you remember?
I do. And this is why I must help them. They are like children come into the world with no understanding of what is good and fair. They have a bestial nature, but I've seen them overcome it. They just need to be shown how.
Let's see. This seems extreme. This seems like a bit much.
No,
Then come
I
with
have
us
work
so
to
that you
do.
can tell
The
others.
architect is waiting for me, and for you. He will explain everything. You will see, as I have seen.
No, don't go.
Okay, I was expecting just to go to the Mother's Lair, but... it looks like things are going to be a little bit more complicated than that. Though I suppose, considering the fact that I believe the architect is the villain in Dragon Age Inquisition, so there isn't going to be a final fight against him. Why, hello. I can see you right there. So let us... throw this, like, there. No. And that. And that. And then throw down the ice storm to lure everybody over. You know, I didn't realize that the ice storm actually freezes them, and then there are other things that potentially knock them down in the process. But let's throw a fireball to knock him down. Alright, it looks like we didn't attract everybody's attention, but... we did get some of the main guys. Wow, that guy died really, really quickly. Like, maybe I'm treating this as more dangerous than it actually is. Can I throw a fireball at you from right here? No, I can't. Okay. Oh, hello. How about you throw a storm? Don't you have access to one of them? Yes. And how about a fireball? Alright, so this guy's probably going to be a little bit tougher. That's okay, we can throw Crushing Prison. Why, hello! And now the Armored Ogre. Why not you throw out a taunt? Alright. Excellent. I can always use more health poultices, but I've got like 86 of those, and I've got 80-something lyrium, just regular lyrium potions. So I should, in theory, be okay for items. Or should I say for consumables? Will of the Unyielding. That actually sounds good for Ogren. Restriction is mage. What do you have on? Eh. What do I have on? +3 to all attributes. Actually, I think I'll use that. No. +3 to willpower? No. This already gives me +3 to willpower. Plus, I just went out that door 2 seconds ago. Okay. Guys. Sigrun, you're getting really, really ahead of yourself. Like, I admire your desire to run into battle and save the day. But who's he fighting? He's not even using his weapon? Is he, like, stuck inside, like, a cinematic? It's somewhat confusing. Any bad guys down this set of stairs? So yeah, this area is larger than it looks on the map because of its verticality. Though at the very least, it does not appear to be quite labyrinthian, and we're saving our game. I also noticed there are some dead childers down here, so does that mean the architect is present? Yes, he is. There he is.
Again. No, Uther. That is not how this must begin. I owe you an apology, Commander. When last we met, I intended to explain myself. Fate, however, intervened.
So explain yourself now.
To prevent the misunderstanding that occurred with the rest of your water.
Yeah, the sort of misunderstanding that ends with a field of dead bodies. Uh-huh. I get those sometimes.
I sent the Wizard to ask for the Grey Warden's help. I should have anticipated that you might view our approach as an attack. I am rarely able to judge how your kind will react. It was most unfortunate.
Unfortunate. You took those men and
Grey
bled
Wardens that
them
were brought to me
dry.
were already dead. I took their blood just as I took yours, because I had little choice. Things have not gone as I planned. I only ask that you hear me out. Should you still wish to slay me afterwards, you may try. My kind has
Fine, I'll hear you out.
proven to seek out the old gods. This is our nature. When we find one, a blight is begun. Each time we attack your surface lands and you fight back until we are defeated. To break the cycle, my brethren must be freed of their compulsion. For that, I need Grey Warden blood. In order to
Why do you need
become what
Warden's
you are,
blood?
You drink the blood of my kind to transform. Similarly, we must transform. I have created a version of your joining that uses the blood of Grey Wardens. You take the taint into yourself. What we take is your resistance. That is how my brethren are freed. In your blood lies the key to their immunity against the call of the old gods.
The Wardens are supposed to stop the Blight. We'll be retired and talking about the glory days in no time.
But let me
Once they are
guess,
freed,
there's still a
The
problem.
Darkspawn think for themselves. They speak. They act. Some, however, have reacted poorly. They are flawed and they rage against me. The Mother gathers them to stop me, as she seeks to stop you. I cannot defeat the Mother alone, and I cannot free the Darkspawn unless she is defeated. Our goals are the same.
This reeks of stupid. The last thing we need is more Darkspawn thinking for themselves.
This is what my sister saw. An ally amongst the Darkspawn. This is an opportunity we cannot pass up.
Help me kill the Mother, and after it is done, I will leave to continue my work. My most
What is this
cruel
mother
creation.
exactly?
Freedom drove her mad, and she has poisoned the minds of the others. She has influence with the ones who have not been freed, and she gathers them as an army. I do not seek to rule, my brethren. I only seek to release them from their chains. I was born as
How
I
did
am,
you become freed?
an outsider amongst my kind. Why? I do not know. Why does some of your kind become Grey Wardens? Why do some possess magic? I have no answers.
Perhaps the other Darkspawn
But
don't
how
want
would
to
they
be free.
know when the choice has been deprived of them? Without choice, there is only one path before them, and that leads to the Blight. I believe there is another way.
Stealing
I thought
blood
little
from
different
wardens
from
is
your
perverse.
use of Darkspawn blood. We both do what we must in response to the Blight. The first blood came from Uther, freely given. She was a Grey Warden, as you are, and joined us many years ago.
To ally with the Darkspawn or not to ally with the Darkspawn? Alright. I will go with allying myself with the Architect, because I suppose I've already allied myself with the Architect against the Mother. And this entire thing with the Darkspawn has become very
Playing with their
complicated
newfound
post-Blight.
minds keeps the Darkspawn away from Orzammar. I'm happy.
This is the right thing to do. Sarani believed it, and I do too. No! No! This is a monster! I can't let you do this!
Don't you want to
do,
stop
but-
the Blights once and for all?
I hope you know what you're doing.
Thank you, Commander.
Me
I
too.
realize what a leap of faith this is for you. I hope that I prove worthy of your trust. The Mother lies ahead, Warden. I cannot approach her physically. Her children protect her from my power. But when you reach her, I will do whatever I can to help you. You have my promise.
Alright. Also, it appears that I've been skipping something. So let's head back to the first tower. I'm just gonna cut ahead. I completely did not notice this at the top right of the screen. The Architect's Pyre. Now an ally can summon a powerful inferno to scorch a targeted area.
As you desire.
Friendly fire possible. Tower of Healing. Alright.
And so I shall. As you desire.
Okay, so I've activated the first tower. Now, you could fight the Architect and kill him. So, maybe he doesn't become the villain in Inquisition, or he just comes back somehow. Either way, I feel like that's more consistent in regards to the decisions that I've been making.
And so I shall.
I hope I have enough crystals, though.
Delighted.
Oh, hold on. Does this flesh pod have a crystal? It does. Tower of Trauma is capable of stunning all creatures in an area. Alright, so I only have one crystal. I need 4 in order to fully activate the next tower. Why aren't you attacking yet? Mind Blast. That should help a little bit. Prussian Prison. Curse of Mortality. Actually, yeah, let's go after that one. Vestments of Uth Emir. How is that? That is better than what I have on. Alright. Let us invest in some new clothes. Now, is the Lore Keeper's robe better than what she has on? Not really. Oh, hello. And then another fireball, because why not? Oh. Let's throw a rock at you. Oh. Do you have Stone Fist enabled? No, you do not. Do you have any means of... Yeah, let's just kill the one that's doing the overwhelming. Their health bar is low enough. Alright. Yeah, hello, armored ogre. Alright, looks like we need to throw a couple of fireballs first because we're a little bit too deep into enemy territory. Ah. Oh my gosh. Let's have you heal everybody. And then I'll heal everybody. Everybody attack the armored ogre. I'll throw life ward on you. Yeah, let's throw Crushing Prison and Curse of Mortality on that one. And then... Ogren really needs to heal himself. He didn't do it right when I told him to because he got knocked down. What else have we got to fight against? That one. Everybody, fight the armored ogre. I'll worry about everybody else. Yeah, Stone Fist. Alright, I think all the children's are done with. So that just leaves the armored ogre. How is Ogren taking so much damage despite attacking from behind? Why is Ogren doing the attacking from behind part as opposed to the rogue? So hopefully that taunt works. Alright, Armored Ogre is done. Let's see if we can get enough. How many crystals are we at now? 2? Possibly. We are at 2, okay. Alright, let's throw down ice first.
I'm sensing more darkspawn.
And then you can
Yes?
throw a fireball there. And a firestorm there as well. Oh, hello. Crush Imprison for you, and Curse of Mortality, which he resisted, of course. Stone Fist, I think I have that available. He resisted, of course. Mind Blast? Okay, he did not resist that. I really need to have her stop using Flame Blast because she keeps setting everybody else on fire. Guys, not that far ahead, please.
As you command.
Alright, that's probably a magic user, so that's fine. What else have we got? Yep, Mind Blast, sure. Let's heal Sigrun, because she seems to be getting the brunt of it. You can use Taunt. Not Precise Strike, Taunt. Alright. Now I'm going to throw down Death Cloud and Firestorm because he just seems to be sitting there. Are you close enough that I can now actually throw a fireball? Never mind. Alright, let's wait for this to clear up, and now we can go in, finish the job. Maybe we'll finish the job. Okay, everybody attack that one. And throw another fireball at him. And stun everybody around me. Crushing Prison, Curse of Mortality, that should hopefully finish that guy off. Let's get rid of the weaker ones first. And they're gone, which just leaves the adult child behind. All right. Can you actually? Yeah, let's level you up. More cunning. Expert tactics and better lockpicking. Insufficient skill. You. Right, okay, that's fine. We can deal. Unfortunately, I think we're short one crystal.
As you desire. Of course.
So. One second while I see if I missed it. Alright, wherever that missing crystal is, it is beyond my knowledge. So I suppose let us go tackle the mother with what we have. And hope for the best. Why, hello!
Now the pieces fall into place. The Grey Warden comes, the instrument of the Father. Oh, and the Father, he is but a shadow. Oh, how my children protect me. How they love me.
I have told you many times, Mother. I am not the Father. I am simply the Architect.
It does not change what you are. You took away that beautiful music, left us with nothing.
It was a mistake to free you. It has left you with madness. I am truly sorry.
What's done is done. The mother is a horror and must die.
Warden would like to hear how it was that the Father began the Blight. You want the source of the Archdemon? The one who brought all our kind to the surface? Here he is!
Well, paint me green and call me a turnip.
There it is then. Unfortunate. I did find the old god Athemiel, but I did not wish another blight. I attempted my joining ritual. My hope was that this would free all Darkspawn, unravel the curse from its source. Alas, I was unlucky.
Do you even think about
Is
the
it not the way
repercussions of
Grey
your
Wardens to
actions?
do what must be done in the name of combating the Blight? The Blight is a menace, both for your people
That's
and
not
for
exactly
mine.
the same.
To end it requires sacrifice and risk.
And how lonely the father was. How terrible to be the outcast, the outsider. He claims he wishes the Darkspawn to be free, but what he truly wants is to correct them.
However you feel about what I have done, the mother is mad. She cannot be allowed to...
Begone, Shadow!
Any more than you already have. And now the hero is alone. Oh, the mother knows your ways. You will not let her be, no, not after what she's done. So it must end. It all must come crashing down! Perhaps we will hear the song again when we die. Oh, let it come. Let it come.
Right. I was wondering if it was going to be able to become more disgusting than it was now, and the answer is yes. So what am I gonna do? Everybody attack that giant tentacle. Okay, there are a lot of giant tentacles. Heal. Wow. Mind Blast? Jeez. Health Potion. Health Potion. Okay, everybody back up. Also, you could probably use a health poultice. How do you already have no health, no mana? Wow, this is an interesting fight. Lyrium. Okay, Crushing Prison. I wonder if those things revive themselves. Group heal. You can taunt. You can lyrium potion it up as well. Again. Hold on. Lyrium potion. Or sorry, health potion. Why aren't you using this health potion? It's because you are stunned. Great. Okay, everybody attack the giant tentacle. Only I am worrying about attacking the mother. And can you do a group heal? Yes, you can. And a lyrium potion again. Why didn't you do the group heal? this tentacle is almost dead. Winter's Grasp. Oh, is that tentacle done now? Excellent. Yeah. Throw a fireball, a couple of those. Alright. Let's throw Life Ward on you. Let's have you heal Ogren. Alright, everybody move over here. And then we'll hold. Can you throw a fireball yet? No, neither of us can throw a fireball. That's fine. That's okay. That's exactly what we wanted. Is no fireballs. Fireballs are bad for everybody's health. Oh. Sigrun, why are you sacrificing yourself? Let's go after you. Let's have you heal everybody and take Illyrium. Alright. So at least the mother has taken some damage from my... and I'm out of mana. I'm sure she has an ability related to that. Let's have you, Lyrium, not stand directly inside this glyph that prevents you from using magic. Throw down a couple more storms. Okay, I'm gonna move you there, you here, you can go here, and you can go here. So everybody's not standing in the same spot. You and you can fight the mother. Also, maybe Lyrium up. And let's wait for these storms to dissipate. And then we'll just go in. But so far, aside from the opening, like the opening, clearly a lot of things were going wrong. But once we got past the opening, part of the fight. Okay, you seem like you have... You have a sweeping close attack. Alright. So let's do group heal. Lyrium. Lyrium. It does not look like you're summoning any ads anymore. So, things might be relatively on easy street until the end of the fight. Like that opening salvo of tentacles and then children. Like, especially getting hit by all the, like, the lyrium traps. Definitely made the beginning part of this fight very difficult. After the death of the mother, the remaining Darkspawn forces scattered and fled back into the Deep Roads. The raids on Amaranthian came to an abrupt end. The Architect apparently kept his word, gathering his remaining disciples to follow the rest of their kind back underground. Those Grey Wardens in other nations were appalled to hear of the Architect's continued existence, but were unable to track him down despite years of effort. Some within the Order have claimed that the Architect's survival guarantees another blight, and yet the Deep Roads have lately been quieter than any can recall. Most have resignedly decided that it is now in the Maker's hands. Okay, the game crashed. Let's hope the ending finishes this time. Word of the Grey Warden's heroic salvation of Amaranthian spread like wildfire. When the magnitude of the losses at Vigil's Keep came to light, sympathy drove generous donations from all over Ferelden into the region's coffers. Amaranthian was restored to her former glory within a year, Vigil's Keep in 5. Because of the Warden's support for law and order in Amaranthian, Constable Aiden and his men were able to distribute the smugglers' goods to the battered survivors in the grueling days that followed the Darkspawn defeat. The Darkspawn messenger, set free after joining the Wardens in the Battle of Amaranthian, struck out on his own. The city soon buzzed with stories of a cloaked but lisping figure who aided travelers in danger. At the same time, reports of isolated cases of the Darkspawn disease emerged. No one connected the two. Although the war devastated many farms in the Arling, all agree the loss would have been greater without soldiers for protection. The farmholders developed a certain reverence for the Warden, commander, as well as ongoing reliance on the Grey Wardens for order and protection. Dirk, one of the pranksters behind the Blight Orphans scam, was fortunate enough to survive the Battle of Amaranthian. I don't even remember this scam. The unconditional generosity of the Blight Orphans' mysterious benefactor inspired him to establish a legitimate charity dedicated to children orphaned in the attack. His sweetheart Melisse eventually bore him 2 rascals. Vigil's Keep stood alone against horde of Darkspawn. The Mother's forces outnumbered the Vigil's defenders many times over, but the sturdy dwarven walls proved impervious to any boulder an ogre could throw. The Vigil's soldiers, clad in silverite, each felled a dozen Darkspawn before they died. The Vigil held one night, then 2, then a week, and eventually the attacking horde broke upon her walls. The Keep developed an almost mythical reputation, the few survivors immortalized in song and legend. Peace allowed the Wardens to replenish their numbers. Soon, Vigil's Keep bore a capable army with Wardens at its core. From their ranks emerged new heroes to challenge threats to Amaranthin and all of Ferelden. Through taxes and levies, the vigil was rebuilt. Years later, Voldric Glavenok stood on the battlements and pronounced that the defenses were acceptable. He would never speak more highly of any human engineering. Some notables claim the Grey Wardens were involved in Ban Esmerel's disappearance on the eve of the final battle against the Darkspawn. Dark whispers hint that a conspiracy to oust the Wardens from Amaranthin is still afoot. Among the many legends that the Vigil spawned was one of the great heroes of the next age, a sheep herder turned soldier by the name of Sir Alec the Valiant, who eventually founded an order of knights that lasted 1,000 years. Dworkin Glavenok further refined his lyrium sand explosives, but left the Warden's employ after Canary mercenaries tried to assassinate him. Although the Dwarven Bombardier took his secrets with him, the Lerns say he left clues for others to follow in his footsteps. The Vigil's soldiers, wearing the distinctive silverite armor that Master Wade crafted, came to be known as the Silver Order. Under the tutelage of the Wardens, the Silver Order developed into one of Ferelden's most revered military forces, a lasting memory of the Vigil's famous commander. With Volana and the Architect gone from the region, the Pilgrim's Path began to see traffic again. The massacre of militiamen and the merchants, however, led to hostilities between the neighboring human settlements and any Dalish clans that passed by. One human villager soon kidnapped and murdered a Dalish child. The clans reacted by giving the Wending Wood a wide berth, but both sides know that at some point the elves will return for revenge. A few years after Kal Haral was emptied of Darkspawn, Orzammar began sending expeditions to rediscover the knowledge of smithing that had been lost within the Taig. Eventually, House Helmi decided that Kal Haral was too important to be abandoned. At a tremendous cost of dwarven lives, they cleared the tunnels leading to Kal Haral of all Darkspawn, making the road between Orzammar and the fortress safe again. Kal Haral was reclaimed for Orzammar once and for all. As promised, Valdric and Dworkin presented Orzammar's shape rate with the stone marker that it told of how Kal Haral's castless had taken up arms against the Darkspawn. The commander of the Grey was invited to Orzammar as a guest of honor at a feast commemorating the defenders of Kal Haral. The Shaper read the names of the castless off the marker, then presided over a ceremony to return them to the stone as befitted warriors of their stature. In time, the Arling began to forget the tales of apparitions in the Black Marsh, and ever so slowly, settlers drifted into the region. Scholars said the veil was still thin and thus the area still dangerous, but the people only cared that there were no longer frightened whispers in the shadows. The village was slowly rebuilt. Twice the Baroness's mansion was rebuilt and occupied, once by a wealthy merchant, another time by an Orlesian mage. Both died mysteriously. Afterwards, the mansion was torn down completely and the site left untouched. The survivors of the siege at Vigil's Keep hailed Anders and his magic for holding back hundreds of the assaulting Darkspawn. In the ensuing victory celebration, the men dragged the mage to the fire to engage him in a drinking contest. Anders lost. Anders remained with the Grey Warden a few years longer, training the Order's next generation of mages. But when the Circle Tower called on him to deliver a lecture on the nature of the Architect, much to the Templars' dismay, Anders told the commander of the Grey that his time with the Wardens was over. Now that Anders was no longer a Warden, the Templars declared him apostate, finally catching the mage when he tried to destroy his phylactery. He escaped from the tower an 8th time, then a 9th time, before disappearing entirely. Volana never saw her clan again, but neither did she forsake her Dalish culture, nor her sharp tongue, nor her quick temper. Her friendship with the Warden Commander changed her opinions of humankind significantly. Shortly after the Mother's defeat, Darkspawn stragglers who still remained on the surface attacked a human village. Volana was the only warden nearby and defended the village single-handedly. She did not sneer once. Years later, on an expedition in the Deep Roads, Volana took off on her own after saying she had seen Sarani in the shadows. The other wardens searched for her, but she was truly gone. I'm impressed by how much ending there is. Like, Golems of Umgarak didn't really have much going for it, but now we've got this separate campaign that tells the story, and also another large set of endings for everybody's stories. Nathaniel managed to survive the battle at Vigil's Keep, leading a spirited defense in the last minute to protect his family home. That ferocity impressed many of his fellow soldiers, who hoisted him to their shoulders and paraded him around the courtyard when the battle was done. After spending a number of years with the Wardens, Nathaniel realized that the life was not for him. He disappeared from the barracks one evening, reportedly off to seek fortune outside Ferelden. Justice fought valiantly at the Battle of Vigil's Keep, but before the victory horn sounded, a Darkspawn's sword removed Kristoff's head. It was, of course, unclear whether the spirit of justice perished or simply departed. At the least, Kristoff's wife, Aura, was finally able to claim her husband's ashes. With the mother dead, Sigrun seemed to lose her purpose. She withdrew from her friends in the Order and spoke to them less and less each day. That's like her entire purpose was to die, and die at the hands of Darkspawn. And if that's not available to her, then she's got nothing. One morning, Sigrun was simply absent, her bed made and her trunk emptied. A young recruit who had been up in the night said she had left for her calling, gone to finish what she had started in Kal Haral. Ogrun continued to regale young Warden recruits with tales of his prowess in both battle and bed. His drinking games prompted at least one recruit to declare that she'd rather reattempt the joining than lift another mug. Felsi returned to Vigil's Keep several times to see Oghren, usually bringing their toddler as well. Ogren's inability to act seriously wore on her, however, and her visits dwindled, then stopped altogether. If Oghren missed her or his child, he never showed it. As for the savior of Ferelden, he did not remain as commander for the Grey for long. The Darkspawn were no longer a real concern, the Blight well and truly over. It was time for him to move on. Some claimed the commander headed west into Orlais, chasing after the dark-haired sorceress who had fought alongside him during the Blight. Whether he found her or not, he certainly did not return to Vigil's Keep. Well, that we're going to have to find out next time when I finally get around to playing the Witch Hunt. For now, though, this was a pretty solid... this was a pretty good DLC, I've got to say. Much better than both Liliana's Song and Golems of Umgarak. Bigger in content, bigger in story, pretty well balanced in regards to difficulty, and I probably am only saying that because some fights were just a little bit easier. But it had a lot going on with it. It had a bit too many fetch quests for my liking, a bit too many quests where I'm like, okay, what am I actually supposed to do? So I didn't necessarily complete everything, but at the very least, I did find Sir Pouncelot, and I would have definitely regretted knowing that I did not find Sir Pouncelot if that did not happen. For now, though, I think I'm going to take a break before returning to the final DLC for Dragon Age. In the meantime, got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.